do want to continue, again, this notion of what meaning lies in war. Now, you can always question whether there is meaning or not at all, but I do think that it is a valuable question to ask, especially in an age of modern war. And the Civil War oftentimes is thought of as the first modern war. I'll complicate that a little bit today. But it is, especially when you have much more gruesome injuries than at any time in the past, certainly a major question as you come out of that conflict. Well, what did we fight for? How's our country treating us? How do we commemorate that suffering? There's logistics. An army far away from home requires a large supply, a reliable supply. This is a picture of in the Crimea, where most of the fighting will take place, of the British supply base. It also means, well, if you're fighting in one location, where are you going to locate your hospitals? Where are you going to treat your wounded? And that is where I want to bring William Howard Russell in. Modern technology, industrial technology, made that rifling possible, made possible the mass production of weapons. With a longer range, soldiers were vulnerable much sooner than in the old days. The result being that we're going to start seeing entrenched positions, much like what you would have seen if you had Dr. Melton in World War I. Already in the Crimean War, we're dealing with entrenched positions. Doctors, as they're dealing with these soldiers being carted off the field, are left with very few choices. The medical staff is overwhelmed by what is required of it. And the military hospitals, which is not even located on the Crimean Peninsula, but off in the Balkans, is filthy, damp, and infested with vermin. And you can see Florence Nightingale as your first professional nurse. So if you're looking for the birthplace of nursing, this would be it. When she looks for nurses, she wants somebody who is sober, honest, truthful, trustworthy, punctual, quiet, and orderly, clean, and neat. She does not want an excellent gentlewoman more fit for heaven than a hospital. There's no place for you dealing with your conscience as a rich lady doing something beneficial. She wants somebody practical. Now she has issues with what is about to happen in the aftermath of Solferino. Despite there being very few deceased dead in the Crimean War, there are going to be a lot of wounded. The conflict ends in 1856 with Russia being forced into a certain containment in the Black Sea. However, no side is fully satisfied with the outcome. And when you think about it and look at the history over a long period, especially once we get to 1878, when Russia and the Ottoman Empire will go to war a second time in the 19th century, many of those accomplishments are gone. The containment is disappearing. Questions regarding the containment are disappearing. And you can argue that as early as 1860, you can raise a question, was this war worth it? Was this any great, good, positive accomplishment? And a lot of people, and this is something I'm still playing with as a thought, but you can make a good case where the United States after Vietnam suffers under this Vietnam syndrome. Great Britain after the Crimean War will suffer under a Crimean War syndrome. In addition to that, the French army has one doctor for every 1,000 soldiers. So one doctor for your entire regiment. They do not have a lot of medical equipment in addition to that. So you are in a really bad place in the French army. No offense, you usually are. But as he is experiencing this battle, Dunant realizes that there is something much bigger that he has just witnessed, something that needs addressing. For the next 2 years, this experience in northern Italy lingers with Dunant. And in October of 1862, he publishes Memory of Solferino. This is a moment to show the devastation of war. And he is showing it to the people. One of the most avid readers of this book is what we can see as a paradox maybe. Where do you see? Here in the middle. Julien-Henri Dufour. Dufour is a dinosaur by this stage. He has been a veteran of the Napoleonic Wars. So he was military age in 1815 and earlier. He also was the commanding general of the Swiss Confederation during the Sonderbundkrieg of 1847, which was a traditional war. For Dufour, what has taken place since 1847 is devastating. He is not in favor of the modernization of warfare. And he's touched by the book. He also is a member of a number of philanthropic art societies in the Geneva area. And he wants to get to know wide exposure. He wants to get this book read. On February 9, 1863, the Public Welfare Society met in Geneva. And after reading parts of the book, the suggestion was made to send members to the International Charity Congress that was supposed to occur that October in Berlin. That Congress, unfortunately, will get canceled, so it's not going to go anywhere. What they, however, want to suggest is a permanent committee. They want to recruit European princes to become involved in a new organization. On February 17, they form a new committee. Okay, this is not quite yet it, but the membership is going to be the same. The International Committee for Relief to the Wounded. The president of the organization is Dufour. Gustave Monnier is going to be the vice president, and Dumont, over there, is going to be the secretary of this organization. It's going to be 5 individuals. All of these will be involved here too. Committee, who are trying to get doctors, nurses professionalized. As the battle rages, Prussian stretcher bearers with red crosses carry the wounded off the field. During the operations, chloroform is being used. Once they are treated in the field, railroads carry them back to hospitals where they can recover. And the local Red Cross committees will help along the rails to provide the wounded with food, supplies, water. 5 days after the battle, Prussian soldiers stumble on a primitive Austrian field hospital where they find 300 badly wounded and barely alive soldiers. 800 are already dead for lack of treatment. So at this point, it makes a huge difference whether you have that medical supply. And you could point at a number of instances within the Civil War to also see similar instances where lack of treatment will cause deaths for soldiers on the battlefield. So this is something that happens everywhere. So the Red Cross has made some rather positive forward movement. But also, how much these veterans are a reminder to us of what has happened in those regions. How, when you look now, Iraq and Afghanistan look everything but successful. It is a question of meaning that modern war, more than anything, raises, because the wounds of modern war are so much more visible than ever before.